Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Centered Tarot. As always, my name is Marina. I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And please help me welcome Michelle Marie of Astrological Tarot. Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Marina. It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me on again.
Ah, it's always a pleasure. Always. I really enjoy doing these lives with you. So they're just so much fun. And I love the interaction with the people that come in. Yeah, it's always so a lot of fun. And I love the interaction. Okay. Yeah, Michelle has been having sound issues and testing all kinds of different things.
That was Jonathan turning you on so he could watch. So yeah, he went ahead and put his headphones in. So,
Well, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Thank you. So, what's happening on your channel?
oh my goodness. So, I have big news. Jonathan and I are starting a new show. It's called The Boomer Mill. And if you guys know a little bit about me, there's a bit of an age difference between Jonathan and I. He is a baby boomer, born 1950. I am a millennial. I'm an 80s baby. And so we decided to get together and kind of bridge the gap between our generations and offer support and solutions to people that are kind of what we're separated by the generational age gaps that we're seeing in North America, because there's a huge difference between my generation and his generation and even the younger generations that are coming, because we've had such massive shifts in technology and politics and the way we socialize and interact with each other. And so the whole show is basically built on like how to survive in this new modern world that we're all in and how we can all see things from the same perspective. And so that's going to be Thursday at 5 o'clock. And it's The Boomer Mill is the name of the show. It's a brand new channel, and I'm excited to do it with him. I actually got the idea during the last Nirjala Ekadashi. That's a fast that we do for Vishnu. And so we've been working on this for a while, and we're excited. So yeah.
Excellent. I can't wait. I'm
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on my calendar and
Oh,
I'm going to
thank
check it out
you.
because I think it should be really interesting because there's so
Yeah.
many people that fall within that age group,
Hmm.
right? And it's nice to have um, a early 50s to 80s comparison, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because there's those that were born in the 50s that had children in the 80s.
Hmm.
So, yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think that would be fantastic.
Thanks. Yeah, our whole thing is we get along really well, but we notice that people with children, for example, are having a lot of issues because of the just changes in generation and things like that. And Jonathan basically said, "Well, I seem to understand where you're coming from, and you understand where I'm coming from. So let's like try to bridge the gap a little bit for people." And there's a huge market for this because a lot of talk shows are talking about how there's issues between generations and not really understanding each other. It comes down, it's politics and voting, it's
Yeah.
social issues, it's economic issues, things like that. So, and we plan on having all generations on the show, like Gen Xers, which are between us, the silent generation, which are older than Jonathan, and the younger generation, which is Gen Z, just to kind of see what's going on with them and their upbringing, etc. Because America is not the same when Jonathan was born, and it's certainly not the same when I was born. So,
Exactly.
yeah, helping each other kind of navigate the differences that we experienced together and try to find ways to like, how do I say this? Unify rather than divide, because the whole
Yes.
okay boomer and like, oh yeah, well, Gen Xers had it easy, or oh, millennials are and Gen Zers are late. There's a lot of stereotypes about the different demographics out there. So, but
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. I think that that's going to be informative in a lot of ways, even just sometimes hearing somebody else's perspective in a way
Hmm.
that you hadn't thought about it before
Hmm.
is enough to kind of take a deeper look, right?
Yes.
Because we're all used to thinking a certain way, and until that thinking is challenged um, in a safe and welcoming environment,
That's our
right?
goal.
Yeah. So I think that is a great idea to just kind of get different. I'm sure that, I mean, I know that my generation, and I was born in the 50s, towards the end of the 50s, versus my son's generation, who was born in 1982. There's a world of difference. And yeah, depending on your background, depending on how you were brought up, the things that were talked about in your household, what was talked about, what wasn't talked about, it all plays a part, right?
It
Yeah.
does. And
Well,
the whole reason we're doing it this way is we don't want to make it about race or politics because
yeah,
that's the number one thing separating us. We wanted to make it about generations. And so we're
yeah,
seeing each other from the demographic of age rather than race or political affiliation or the things that the media is really working to divide us on, and trying to
yeah.
find commonalities from that perspective because we feel it's a little bit of a lighter place to live right
It
now.
is. And
Yeah.
it's a much more comfortable place to live, right? Because, yeah, once you bring politics, religion, finances into it, oh, yeah, there goes the party.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that's when everyone kind of puts on their battle gear, and yeah,
Yeah.
they're ready to fight rather than let's sit down and have a conversation.
Well, and this was also inspired by the fact that I have boomer friends because I'm married to Jonathan, but I have boomer friends that are having a lot of issues with their kids right now and who they're
Yeah.
going to vote for in the next election and things like that. And we're just going, do you not? Okay, we're going to share with you what's going on. So you can make an informed decision and not get too emotional about it, things like that, because it's really intense right now. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
It is. It is. And I just finished a show with Avana from AVANA Intuitive, and she said to make sure I said hello.
Oh, I love her.
I know. She's just wonderful to read with, and yeah, I was telling her that I was doing the show with you, and she said, "Tell her I said hi."
Oh, she was fabulous on the show. She's great to read with. I
she,
love her
she
energy. So
is.
thank you for introducing us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Rose Blue, I got your question started. And Rebecca Gilberta says, yeah, I'm sick of politics. I
Mm.
think we're all getting to that. We know we have to pay attention to it. It's just how much do you want to pay attention to it, right?
Yeah.
How much, yeah, do you want to devote to it? Yeah, very good. So just quickly going to say hello to some of the folks that are here with us. Joyful Journey, hello. Rose Blue, Tiffany Tisdale, Marby Gangora, hello, Marby. And here we go. Yeah, Tiffany says, I'm an X. Yeah. Colorful Foresight, hello. Jenny Berlin, Corinna is here. And she is listening while sewing. Excellent. Wonderful. Lurk away. You're allowed to. And Fogo Pogo is packing for her trip, but glad she can listen in. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Hello, Lalima. And all righty. Sherry Kenna. Sherry Kenna, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want you to know that I am using your cards. Sherry was kind enough to gift me with these, the Archangel Messenger Tarot.
That is so amazing.
They are beautiful,
I bet.
beautiful cards. Yeah. So, yeah, I have them here. I'll be using them as we do the readings tonight. So, and the Boomer Mill, hello. And
That's
that's hello,
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
I told you he was watching. That's what he normally does. So,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So yes, Sherry, I have enjoyed them. I've used them a couple times, and they're wonderful. They really, really are absolutely wonderful.
That was so sweet.
Yes, it was, and totally, totally unexpected. That makes the best surprise, when you're not anticipating something, and it's like, oh. So I do want to mention to you guys that please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you do the same thing to Michelle's channel, because she does exceptional Vedic astrology, and there is always good information on her channel. And she does cards almost every day. And forearmed is forewarned, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what makes it really, really great. So do the like, share, and subscribe. I will tell you guys that this Friday, the 14th, Aley, Val, and I will be doing our regularly scheduled story in the cards. This one, however, is a special edition. So make sure, I won't tell you what we're going to be reading on. I won't give you any information because I don't want you to figure it out. But please, please mark it on your calendar. It's at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern.
And that's on Friday?
And that's on Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 14th.
Thank you.
So make
14th.
sure that make sure that you come and join us, because this is one of those shows that I think you may not want to watch in replay. I mean, you can certainly watch it in replay, but for those of you that follow us, you want to be there live. You want to be there live as it happens.
Yeah, you guys are all fabulous readers, so I'm really excited for that. I've read with all three of them, guys. That's guaranteed to be a hit. So
yeah. Especially the story in the cards, because that's always that's when we bring up the nasty cards. That's when we try to, we're very spiritual the rest of the time, but every 2 weeks on story in the cards we have a chance to let loose. And we do.
Yep. And the Golden Girls Koffee Klatch is like that too. That's what I love about it. You guys just, it's like all the bars come off. What are they going to say?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what's happening on the channel here. For anything else, just go to my community page and you'll see I generally put it up what I'm up to in the week, so you'll have a chance to see what shows I'm on, who's coming on my show, what I'm doing, timing, and everything else. If you are interested in booking a reading for yourself, go to my website. It's marinasheartcenteredtarot.com. Like this.
That's so Gerald. I love it.
Yes, yeah, totally Gerald. And you can go on there. You can see what's available, the pricing and booking and everything else is on there. So go check that out. Courses and things that I'm running are going to be on there as well. And think about, if you're not interested so much in a reading for yourself, but you might want to gift someone with a reading, that would be an excellent thing to do. And even, with Michelle, if you have not had your Vedic astrology done, you need to reach out to Michelle, because it will knock your socks off.
Thank you, Marina. I've actually been really busy this month. I opened up all of my hours because I had a full-time job for a while and we lost it in November, and I just opened up my calendar and I've been busy. So it's been good. So thank you guys in the audience for booking readings. It's been a lot of fun and I've gotten amazing feedback. So I really appreciate it.
Excellent. That is wonderful. And Rose Blue says, me and Marby are 35 miles apart. Wow. How nice. How absolutely wonderful. That is
And with the
great.
highways in Texas, that's like a 5-minute drive.
Yes.
So you guys have the best highway system.
Uh-huh. Totally. Okay. Oh, hey, Tiffany Tisdale says, I can't get my birth time. And she's
Okay,
like,
so I'm
oh,
going to give you a few options there, Tiffany. Go to the Vital Records Department in your area, and you can look up either your parents' information to find it. Another way to get the birth time is we can reverse engineer it in a initial session. I have a 15-minute consultation that you can have with me, and we can try to reverse engineer your birth time. Basically, I ask you a set of questions based on certain times of the day, and you can identify what's true and what's false. And if you are over the age of 18 or 36, I'm likely to be pretty close. I can also pull cards to determine your birth time as well, but I find that doing the Q&A is very accurate. So,
wonderful. Wonderful.
yeah.
There you go. And that's, for all of you out there, if you're not sure, there's a way to
Oh, and
there's a
if you're
way.
Catholic, they write down the times too in your baptism book. So that's another thing to look into. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go. There you go. All righty. So, um, did you want to give us a little heads up on what we've got, what we're going to be facing?
I'd be happy to. I'll
In the
give you
next
guys a
couple
few
of years?
transits if you'd
Yeah.
like. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
Venus is in Gemini. That's tomorrow. I already posted that on my shorts. And then the next thing we all have coming on is the sun is going to be less than a degree from Mercury until June 15th. So what does that mean? It's like a mini Mercury retrograde. So it's challenges in communications and mental clarity. So it can lead to misunderstandings, hasty decision making, feelings of mental burnout, things like that. Be cautious with
Mhm.
agreements and written communications until the 15th. Collectively, this alignment can result in a lot of public misinformation or disruptions in transport or communication sectors. You can navigate this period by prioritizing clear and thoughtful communication, what I call active listening. So if you're not quite sure if the other person got what you were saying, repeat it back to them. My husband and I use this all the time in our marriage. It's a lifesaver because our Mercuries are like 180 from each other. So another thing you can do is just practice mindfulness and focus on your mental acuity. I'll give you the Nama mantra for Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. And that's best said on Wednesday or Miércoles Mercury Day, okay? And that alleviates a lot of adverse effects of the combustion and promotes clearer thinking and effective communications for the challenging alignment. So that's going to be over on the 15th, so you can appreciate that. And it's only from the 13th to the 15th, so it's a couple
Yeah.
of days and then we're okay. After that, Mercury is going to enter Gemini. Yay. And that's until June 29th. That's amazing, you guys, because it's a surge in our intellectual activity and our communications. Individually, it can enhance our mental agility, our eloquence. It's an excellent time for negotiations and learning. This is all on the 14th. So, after the 15th. So that's when we can really kind of push forward with our contracts and making decisions. So prioritizing clear and thoughtful communication is supported. You can continue to do the mantra that I just showed you to like increase that a little bit because Mercury loves being in Gemini. That's his sign. And you can just expect a lot of really great communication during that. And it's almost like a protective guard against miscommunication during that time. So that's really cool. And the really big thing that's coming up is Jupiter is going to enter Rohini Nakshatra. And this is also on the 13th, and it's going to go until August 20th. This is really good for you and I, Marina, because this is our ascendant. So this is really good. This is all about growth and prosperity. I'm already seeing some of it because I opened up my calendar and it was like, oh, I was staying up late writing out charts, guys. I'm a little tired. Let's put it that way. But because I have to like 30 or 40% of my audience is from India, and so I'm like 1, 2 in the morning. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot, but it's great. Especially because my husband had a dental thing that we saw coming. Saturn in the second will do that. And so I was able to pay for that with my readings. So it was really cool. But yeah, just the only thing that I would say about Jupiter in Taurus, which is really good, is just avoid complacency or overindulgence. So if you have like a propensity towards snacking or doing things a little too much, like a little overindulgence kind of thing. Just kind of step back from those things. Like for me, it's chocolate covered almonds at night, so I have to be careful.
Yes.
Yeah, and red wine.
Yeah.
So I have to kind of, back off that a little bit, those little indulgences. And but this is a great time for economic stability, cultural enrichment. But just again, don't save your money. Don't put too much over reliance on those material gains, okay? Because save them for a rainy day, because in a couple of years, Saturn's going to hit us. A really good nama mantra for Jupiter is Om Brihaspataye Namaha. And he's going through Taurus, which is ruled by Shukra. So if you have an ascendant in Shukra, which is Venus, which is why Marina and I are pretty. It's Venus, it's Venusian. It's seriously, that's why we look alike. It's Venus blessed us. Okay, and that is Om Shukraya Namaha. And that will harmonize the expansive qualities of Jupiter with the nurturing aesthetic influences of the beautiful Rohini Nakshatra. Okay, and this is the favorite of the moon too. It's a really fun nakshatra to look into. It's pretty cool. So, and the best thing that you can actually do, because we just had a new moon in Rohini, is just go out and plant seeds right now. So that's another thing you can do as well. But those are just a few of the things that we have coming. There's a lot more. If you go to my shorts, I do them. As soon as I see a transit coming, I'll go ahead and post something.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And just quickly, Susan Sharon's Lee has joined us. Hello.
Hi, Susan.
Rebecca Gilberto is here. Nice to see you. Phoenix is here. Corinna is here. I think that's all that I knew. That I saw Connie B. Hello, Connie B. So, alrighty, we'll get to some readings, and the way that these works is I will learn how to speak English. I'm taking classes. Okay.
Mercury's about to go full combust, so that's what's going on, guys. Okay.
Yeah. So those that are members on our channel, or that do a donation through PayPal or through Super Chat, they go first. And anybody else is towards the end. We will try to get to as many of you as we can. But initially, we will concentrate on the those that are giving tips. So there is that. All righty. And Suzanne, thank you. Susan Sharon says you are tapped in. You shouldn't be expected to grammar. Thank you.
There we go. Susan to the rescue. I love you, honey. She's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. You have moved up to the top of the favorites list. Okay.
She is one of my favorites for sure. We love you, Susan.
There you go. Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got to attend her wedding. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. This woman can plan an event. Oh my gosh, the mantle, her dress. I mean, even her bouquet it was like this beautiful circle. Oh, it was just stunning. Stunning. Like, talk about a Venusian eye. She's got it. So.
Wow. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Excellent. All righty. So we can start off with Lalima, and I will call on you guys just to make sure that you're here, okay? So that we're not doing a reading for someone that's not here. So Lalima would like to know messages from my guides on my love life and the one for me, currently single. All righty. So if you got something, go ahead.
I do, and okay, Lalima. So I'm just gonna give it to you straight. Okay, they want you to focus on your career because I pulled the 10th house. You're here because of your career. It's kind of the reason you incarnated, and so I know this because you're a doctor, and not many of us have this gift. There's an actual plane that your soul goes to get the blessings from the divine to learn this stuff. So it's the medical plane. A lot of it's ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras. Okay, so you went there to basically become a doctor. Okay, that's why you're here. I got the 10 of Autumn for supporting your career. It's really, really blessed right now. This is the same as the 10 of Pentacles. So this is all about focusing on the career first, and then home and family will come second, is what they're saying. So it says take steps to ensure the financial security of your future children, your loved ones, things like that, if that's what you want in life. Making wise investments, planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. So you're trying to honor family traditions, but a huge part of that is your career. Okay, because I'm seeing this, and I'm trying to say this as politely as possible, but I do have a lot of clients from India, and the number one problem that I'm seeing with younger Indian women with high degrees is the parents want them to be both the husband and the wife. They want them to bring in the money and have the MD job and be super rich and famous so they can tell all their friends. And then they also want them to have as many children as possible and have a perfect home and do all of that. That takes two people. So you're going to have to find yourself a house husband if that's the case, or a husband that is, or wife, depending on your inclination, that is going to support you at home. Okay, because you're going to be busy with your career. That is your contribution to, in my opinion, what's going on as far as a family. So I got the Chariot reversed as far as the love life goes. Watch out for roadblocks and explore alternative routes. The traditional Indian male may not be for you because you are not a traditional Indian female. Okay, and I'm saying this with absolute love. We are in the Kali Yuga. This is the modern time, and a lot of us are taking on bodies and roles that are different from the traditional vibe. Okay, so if you go this route toward love, it's a wrong turn in the road. Okay, once you realize this, you'll make a definite course correction. Okay, don't become defensive. Just listen to advice from people whose judgment you trust as you go through this. If the problem is kind of like you're really unsure about you want, just take time to clarify your thoughts a little bit, and know that simply desiring success in this area is not going to be enough. There needs to be a guiding sense of purpose, just like there's a guiding sense of purpose in your career, which is very clear, okay? Or else this journey will be like driving a vehicle without anybody to steer it. So you're looking for someone to steer the home ship, so to speak, a male that is really, he can do a lot of the things that traditional females can do. Okay, that includes taking care of the home and the family and things like that. So this is also the card for, you might come across or encounter problems with transportation or travel arrangements. But what I got was from this is it's not going to go anywhere. You're stuck in the mud. Okay. So I asked what the overarching theme of this was, and I got the home card. You're looking at the finding your tribe, coming home. Okay. You want to build a safe and secure place that nourishes you and facilitates your growth, whether it be, it's a home, it's a job, it's a relationship. All of these things need to work well together. So family are the people who share the same core values and path. So they need to feed your soul in a way that gives you no doubt that you're coming home. So that's when I pulled this card, I literally saw someone greeting you with tea at the door as you came home and rubbing your feet and letting you know how they were doing, because you have a very strenuous job that requires a high intellect. Okay, so that's the main thing I got. But home doesn't need to be where you grew up. Family doesn't always mean the people of your birth family. So look at an expanded meaning of what home and family look like to you. And they're saying that it's home for you, and this person is someone that you have yet to visit or experience. Okay, I don't know if you have a Guru Chandala yoga in your chart, or if Jupiter is that's basically Jupiter conjunct Rahu. That would bring a foreign husband. That could be possible, but you need to find your safe place where the answers you seek will be found. But you haven't found the right place for that yet. I did get that you will find it through teaching. Okay. And there will be a little bit of a struggle involved, especially with the family, because I got the fish literally going upstream here. So you are going to have to fight upstream to create the home environment that you want, because you are not the standard traditional female, and that's what most males are expecting. That's when I do a lot of love and relationship readings, especially with Indian couples, because that is like 30 to 40% of my clientele. Uh, there's a big gap, a generational gap between you and your parents and what they expect from you. And if they had a son and a daughter, then it might be a little less pressure on you, but they're looking to you to fill both roles. So you need to try to find a way to balance that and do what's best for you and find the best man or woman, depending on who you decide, to support you in that venture. Okay, Lalima, and I'm sending you lots of love as you go through that. Okay, sweetie?
Absolutely. I start off with the Three of Fire, the Three of Wands. This is, you have put a lot of work into getting to where you are. You know, this isn't something that, you know, you finished high school and someone said, hey, guess what? We had a lottery and you know, you got a doctorate degree. You're now a doctor. You've worked very, very hard for this. I also get the Five of Earth, the Five of Pentacles, that there was a lot that you gave up in order to achieve what it is that you've achieved. You didn't mind giving it up because you knew what your end purpose was. You knew what you were going to do. Okay. So sitting back now and kind of with the Four of Water, the Four of Cups, thinking, you know, did you, you know, maybe you should have gone a different way. Maybe you should have made different choices. Don't doubt yourself. You are where you are because you worked very hard to get to where you are. And it's okay to enjoy that. It's okay to not have to think about the next thing that you have to accomplish. You can take time to just enjoy where it is that you are now. It feels like, yeah, the Seven of Fire, the Seven of Wands. This is the kind of having to defend your position. And I think that, yeah, Michelle is very right in terms of, I mean, our parents are our parents. We can talk to them about certain things, but you know, they are set in their ways. They are looking at the world in terms of what was normal and acceptable and okay for them. And they want to transfer all that so that you do exactly the same thing that they did. Sometimes they forget that times have changed. We are not the same society that we were back then. So you may feel like you need to kind of defend your position, defend your right to make your own decisions, right? And that is perfectly acceptable. I also get the Justice card, and I also get the World card. So literally, the world is your oyster. You can make of it what you want. In terms of relationship and whatnot, I'm not seeing a relationship in any of these cards. That doesn't mean that there isn't one coming. It just means that at this moment in time, there isn't a relationship that is available. It probably will come to you in time, of course. Why not? And it's going to come when it's going to be for your highest good, when it's going to serve you the best that it possibly can. I also pulled a couple from the witching hour, and what I got was, this is the Forest. This talks about seeing the bigger picture. This is like the Three of Wands or the King of Wands in the tarot, right? Looking at the big picture. The big picture is that you can be successful in your career. You can be successful in a relationship, in a marriage, in a home. Those are all things that take time, and they require a lot of work. And you can't do the work for yourself and your partner at the same time. right? You each have to bring 100% into the relationship in order to have that work. So this is saying, look at the bigger picture, see all the things that are available. And I do agree with Michelle that this does not necessarily mean a spouse that is going to be of the that is going to be what's the word I'm looking for? That is going to be traditionally what a spouse that you would expect to marry. Okay. And this also tells me that this is where you might have to kind of dig your heels in and say, well, you know what? Yeah, maybe he's not ABCD, but he's the one that I choose. This is the one that I want. They'll come around. They will. I also get for you the Book of Spells. And this card is like the Eight of Pentacles, right? You have worked very, very hard for what it is that you have. You can enjoy the fruits of your labor, absolutely. And this is it talks about learning and seeking advice and developing your skills and so on. So I do agree with Michelle that it's time to right now focus on your career, focus on the things that are going to help you to move forward in your career, so that your energy is going to vibrate on such a level that you're going to attract the person who is on that same vibrational level as you. And then once that happens, I think that's when the relationship is going to come in. Right. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely it will. Alrighty. I hope that was helpful, Lalima. Yeah. Let me go down here. If I've forgotten anyone, I apologize. Okay. And Connie B, thank you for the donation, Connie B. She says, did I make the right choice of a townhouse to rent today? I also got a new job site. Was it the right choice? Okay, Connie B, if you're here, just let me know. The right choice of a townhouse.
Oh, you're welcome, Lalima.
Absolutely.
You are on the right path. You are on the
Yes.
right path.
Yes.
So for sure.
Oh, perfect.
And I love that you're at there's the Krishna school. I love that you're working there. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally blessings from Krishna there. That's beautiful.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So I did pull cards for her when she's ready. Oh, there she is. Go Lalima.
Yeah.
Woohoo. All right. Thank you for thank you for jazzing up Lalima. That's so sweet of you, Connie.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got two, like a little bit opposing energies here. I got Capricorn in the 12th house. What does that mean? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. It rules our career. It's all about being very practical, very money-minded, and extremely conservative. Then I got the 12th house. The 12th house is ruled by, it's Jupiter, but it's in Pisces, and it's very spiritual, very intuitive, things we can't see, hidden things. It's the things that we work on as psychics. And so it's where my Mercury goes, my intellect. That's why we're a little watery when we get up here. So what this tells me is that you have to combine practicality with your spiritual intuition. That is how you're going to make the best decision when it comes to the right choice of townhouse and rent. Spiritually, it's got to feel right. You got to go with your gut there, okay? And then Capricorn is all about bringing a Capricorn with you if you're not already one, and having them look at every little structural piece. I married a triple Capricorn, and we have turned down apartments based on the fact that he's like, you see that corner over there? You can see that there's a leak, and you see that crack there? There's definitely mold behind that wall. Like, because he worked as a union carpenter when he was younger, and he can just go boom, boom. And so he can point stuff out that I can't see. So if you don't have that gift, bring someone with you that does, and then rely on that divine intuition, because that's really, really supported. So it's use the most business-like way and keep your involvement hidden, which is your intuition. So that's what the card says there. Then I got a really great card for you. I got the Three of Wands. Okay, this is all about opportunity. It's about enjoyment, it's advantage, it's innovation, it's prospects, it's union. So embrace the abundance of opportunities that are coming your way. This is your decision to make. So you're stepping into a fortunate period, and there's going to be numerous chances for success. So just wait it out and look at how look and just analyze them from that Capricorn perspective as they come, and listen to that intuitive gut, that knowing. Okay. Just allow yourself to bask in the happiness and count your blessings without questioning, because they're here. Okay. Think about this new place as a way to sow seeds for future achievements, because that's really big with Capricorns. And they're saying the future holds limitless success for you if you have the determination to pursue it. So if you need a helping hand, don't hesitate to leverage your connections and call in some favors. They're also saying not to expect opportunities to come to you in the usual predictive manner. Okay. They may appear completely out of the blue. So stay alert for possibilities that present themselves. And like I said, a friend or partner may have a suggestion for you, particularly a Capricorn, that sparks you and can help you be a little more receptive to the decision that you need to make. So if you're smart, if you're open-minded, if you're willing to collaborate, your wishes will come true. But they're saying to embrace the unknown as you go through this process, because the greatest opportunity will be disguised as something else. That's that 12th house Capricorn. Thank you. Love it when they do that. So stay vigilant, stay adaptable, value the importance of cooperation, and you'll have your chance to shine. Okay, so it's a bit of a group project for you. All right. What is it going to bring you? I got the growth card from the Shamanic Healing Oracle. This is going to be a rapid growth. It's going to happen really quickly. The seeds that you planted, they've already germinated. They've taken root. They're good to go. So just go with the flow. This is a growing time. You're going to drop a few things that no longer serve you as you go through this. And it's because there are a few entities that no longer match your vibration because you're leveling up. A lot of people are going through this post-eclipse. If you're not feeling the shift now, be prepared, because it will soon pass. Okay. So that's the shamanic area. And then I said, what is the overall energy in and around Connie B in making this decision? You're going to be juggling a lot of stuff, and stuff is going to come really, really quickly at you. I got the 8 of spring. So it's stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. I got this exact card when I opened up my schedule from my 8-hour workday to a huge schedule, and I attracted a ton of clients for my business. Now, it was a lot of multitasking and late nights, but it helped me pay for my husband's dental stuff. So it was worth it. So know that things are going to be coming at you fast. But take your time in making a decision, because Capricorns are not ones to jump. Okay. I did get an affirmation card for you. I got the Goddess of Courage, and Mars is actually exalted in Capricorn. So that makes sense here. I experience my emotions and channel them into useful actions. That's very 12th house Capricorn. Use this gift when passions flare or strong feelings threaten to overwhelm logic and practicality. Experience emotions honestly as they arise. Do not suppress them. The negative ones will subside over time in the light of reason and compassion for yourself and others. What you are passionate about can show you the way to change your life. So that's about listening to your intuition and picking the next place too. Okay, so they all seem to be great opportunities, but this is a group effort, and I'm excited for you, Connie. So please come back and let us know how it turns out. This is good stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, she said she has already picked a place. So yeah, she's made up her mind on the place. And you know what? I think that you made the right decision, because as I was flipping the cards, I thought, holy smokes, these are wonderful affirmation cards. So I start off with the world. This is, what do you want? It's there. What do you want? Just put your order in. Okay. This is about celebration, completion, accomplishment. And I think that these cards answer both your questions. Okay. In that everything is going really, really well. The next card out that I got was the Star. Hello, can you get any better? So this is about inspiration, fulfillment, having faith. You used your your judgment. You used your intuition when it came to this place, because I think you might have had, it feels like you might have had a choice of a couple places, and you went with your instinct in terms of this place. And that is really, really good. I then get the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands. It's going to allow you to have opportunities for, to be creative, to take, action. You're going to be not expired, inspired to move forward. You're going to see lots of possibilities in this environment. You're very happy. You're very buoyant. Okay. I also then got the High Priestess. Okay, can we ask for any better cards? This is using your intuition, using your wisdom, knowing when to move forward, when to step back, but you're particularly honoring your intuition and going with it, paying attention to it. Okay. Four of Fire, Four of Wands, celebration. Again, the celebration, very positive. Things are going in both the townhouse and the job. This brings in prosperity. It brings in contentment. It brings in, again, celebration. It's just very, very positive card. And if that wasn't enough, I get the Page of Fire, or the Page of Wands. Again, creativity, enthusiasm. You're motivated to do things. I couldn't have picked better cards if I had gone through the deck and said, oh yeah, we'll take one of these and one of these. So this is all very, very positive, very affirming. Hold on. I thought, all right, I'll pull a couple oracle cards, and I got Bathing in the River. And this is about taking time to honor yourself, take care of your body. Don't forget to, while you're motivated and being very busy, looking for a lot of things, don't forget to take time to look after yourself. Okay. And then I got the Witch's Brew. And this is about, if you do encounter any minor obstacles that come at you, whether it's through the townhouse or through the job, and it feels more like the job that you're they might just ask you to do a little more than you signed up for. So don't forget your boundaries, and you can say, you know what, it's a new start, a new beginning. You get to determine how it's going to go forward, right? So yeah, she's got vacation time after this week. Perfect. So these are all really, really positive, really, really good. So there you go. I hope, Connie, that resonated with you.
Well, and just to let you know, Connie, the eclipse that we had that everyone watched in the United States affected the 4th house of real estate in the United States. And what we've seen in our area is utilities have gone up exponentially. Taxes have gone up 6 times in our area. And there's a lot of issues there. So when it comes to economics and real estate, it's a bit of a mess. So I'm sending you lots of love as you go through that. But yeah, you got really Scorpio cards too, like the High Priestess and the Witching Out. All of that was like so Scorpio. But I know that you are not a Capricorn. You put that in the chat. It's good to bring one with you because they can see the more 3D stuff and you can pick up on the spiritual stuff.
The spirit, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely your forte.
It's always nice to have that person that you trust who can point out the things that you yourself can see, but you go, oh yeah, I can deal with that later. And to have them kind of bring it to front of mind, like, Really? When? When are you going to do that? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, alrighty. Um, we do have, let me just double check. I think, I think Susan,
She did
I
tip.
might have missed, yeah, and I might have missed your questions. So if you
It's a long
can,
one. So,
it's a long one.
yeah.
Okay, let me go back. I'll see
If
if
you
I
just
can't
scroll
find it.
up, it's the longest one there. So,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah.
Look for, oh, I see it. Okay.
She's chatty.
Okay. All right. So I will, yeah. And we'll let's do that. We'll do your question. Mountain Grove and Cloudland B&B has been on the market for 3 months. I'm planning to talk to the realtor tomorrow. We're halfway through a 6-month contract and I want. Okay, we're going to check with the realtor. Anything to focus on price reduction, advertising, not newspaper. Okay. All righty. I think I understand your question.
Yes. So, Susan, I got Aries, so you're going to have to start over a little bit on this. Okay. The reason I say that is Aries is all about new starts. It's a lot of passion. There's a lot of energy behind this, and that's great. So then I asked what was going on, and I got the Three of Wands reversed. Okay. So in the past, you may have let crucial opportunities slip through your fingers because you might not have recognized them. So you might have relied too heavily on the advice of the previous realtor instead of trusting your own path to success, because I know that you're super intuitive. So, good luck can have its drawbacks, especially if you lack the motivation to put in the necessary wherewithal here. So reverse, this card kind of signifies a missed opportunity. You might be anticipating more good luck, and it's making it more difficult to seize the moment and take action. Okay, so they're saying don't keep a passive attitude, keep a very, very active attitude when it comes to this, and pick a realtor with the same vibe. Okay, so now is not the time for complacency. Even though positive influences are really surrounding you right now, don't underestimate the importance of actively pursuing a lot of opportunities that are coming your way. And don't ignore any promising prospects, and make sure you seize them with enthusiasm. Okay, this tells me there might be a deal coming for you. You might have missed out on one, but there's another one coming. Okay, that's good. The reason I say that is then I got the ninth house. This is all about doing it in a big way. Okay, I also see this as you expanding your overall philosophy and how do I say this? This is the ninth house is all about going outside of what we grew up with and into a more expansive view of the world, whether it be spiritual or philosophical, etc. So pump up that weather balloon and try to gain a higher perspective when it comes to the sale of the property. I don't know if you have any drone shots. That might be something cool that you could do. They just showed me that when I visualized that. But the main thing I got was, because I did get a lot of these ahead of time, was I went to the Creativity Oracle, which I know you're familiar with, and I got limits, originality, and direction. And I used Jeff Pulver's method for this. The first one is limits. So know that limiting attitudes are often formed as a protective reactions to past events. So that would be maybe possibly missing an opportunity or something like that. Then I got originality. This is one of my favorite cards because it's a leopard playing. Okay. Feel lighthearted and free while trusting that your unique way of doing things is the right way. So just kind of thinking outside the box there. And then I got direction, switching gears, rebooting, trying a different direction, a different approach to this. So if your realtor is all about doing different things, mixing everything up, bringing in some new methodologies, websites, tech stuff to help you with this, then it's fully supported. Okay. I did go to my shamanic oracle to just kind of see what was going on with you, and I got the inner journey card. And this is my not all who wander are lost card. Okay. So at times we can be so consumed about our own personal journey that we project our journey onto other people. So I think this might be the bed and breakfast because you've had it for so long and you put your heart and soul into this forever. So just know that every soul arrives on this planet with lessons to learn and to live life, to learn how to be in these human bodies. So there are many different journeys for all of us because we're all here to learn something a little different. So the main thing that they're saying is, don't judge other people's journeys. Always respect where another person is on their path, and meet everyone you come into contact with where they're at on their path. And I think this has to one of them said this helps with the book. I know that's separate from your question, but it's in there. So don't insist that they come to where you are. Okay. By doing this, you'll not only expose those around you, to your own healing vibration, which I know that you're working on, but you'll also offer them acceptance without judgment. And this is a great gift to both give and receive. So you can bring this attitude in when meeting with the new realtor, but they're saying that this is also an attitude to take on when it comes to your book and a lot of the things that you're doing to get it out there. Okay. I did pull an affirmation card to finish, and I got, I am a dreamer. We awaken to our ability to create our own reality. All our dreams are possible. I breathe in the manifestation of my hopes and wishes. I am filled with the knowledge that my dreams can come true. I breathe out doubt and despair. So listening to your dream world, that beautiful intuitive sense inside of you can help a little too. But I have a feeling that you might have missed a few opportunities because you had another idea of what was to happen, and choosing a realtor that can think outside of the box and shake things up a little bit and do some different things like drone shots and putting it on. They're showing me different websites that you don't have the property listed right now. Things like that are going to get you the best return for your investment. So I hope that was helpful, sweetie. And I'm sending you lots of love because I know this has been going on for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I do see a new realtor getting involved. I start with the Two of Water. This is Two of Cups, a new relationship, something that is going to give you a little more of a commitment, because I think that what's happening with the current realtor is they're working on it, but the initial excitement has kind of died down for them. So while they're working on it, they're not super excited to work on it, which happens. So a new realtor, like Shari says, that is thinking outside the box, that is looking at non-traditional ways to advertise this space. Looking at not only advertising in the US, but advertising abroad as well. That was one of the things that I heard was look at the European market, right? Look at somebody coming in from a foreign country who is looking to settle that. I then got the Ace of Earth, which is the Ace of Pentacles, right? This is prosperity. This is abundance, opportunity, more resources coming to you. And I think that's what the new realtor will more than likely bring into you. I also get the Page of Fire, the Page of Wands, new ideas, right? This is, again, being created, being motivated. I don't, you know what? It feels like I wouldn't adjust the price. I would look for a different market, because I think that's where it is. This is what the new realtor can bring in, is exposure to a new market. I then also got the Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords. This is, you know what you're looking to gain from selling this property. Hang on to that. Don't let yourself be talked into about, well, it's a slow market, it's a this market, it's a that market. It's always a hot market. Depending on who you're marketing to, it's always a hot market. So this is, again, inspiration, adjustment. And I'm looking back at some of the other cards. So yeah, adjusting where it is that you're advertising, not advertising to the traditional, going outside. Also, the Page of Water, Page of Cups, is um, very, very intuitive. Listen to your intuition. You're able to tell when someone is trying to sell you a song and dance. You know, you're good at picking up on that. So don't let yourself fall for that. If they're telling you that, oh, it's all gloom and doom and oh, nobody's doing anything now, just smile politely, say thank you very much, and go with someone else. Right? I did pull a couple oracle cards, and I got Solitary Witch, and this talks about being able to tap into markets on your own. Like, don't be afraid to look at different markets and find out what might be available that you might be able to either advertise or work on by yourself. This is you believe in yourself, and you'll be able to achieve it. It also talks about this is like the Temperance card in the tarot, weighing both sides and following your intuition in terms of what it is that you want. And then I got Dance, and again, this is like the Page of Wands. This is the freedom, liberation, self-expression, return to euphoria. This is a lot of happy things happening. So ultimately, yeah, things are going to work out exactly as they should. I think the key is to look outside the traditional market that you're currently looking at. So that's what I get. I hope, Susan, that resonated with you. All righty.
I love that you said that, Marina, because we're actually in our area, this is the Seattle market, we're seeing a huge influx of foreign investors. So
Yes.
you really tapped into that, like so much so that there are foreign gangs coming from South America targeting Chinese investor houses in Bellevue.
Yeah.
So it's a whole thing. So
It
and then
is.
the Chinese have got a lot of money. So yeah, you might
Yeah.
have to, yeah. So it might be something like that. So,
Absolutely.
and they're investing in Europe too. So yeah.
Yes. And funny, as I'm trying to shuffle, the card that flew at me was Balance. Yeah, compromise, self-control, moderation. What I think that it's a family that is going to buy it, and I think that they're kind of like Italy, Greece, Germany, that area that are going to come in, and I think they are looking to bring a little bit of that foreign influence to the country, and they're going to be very excited about this property.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah,
That's amazing.
I hope that resonates. All righty,
She says,
and
thank you, Marina. I appreciate your time and talent. Yes, we appreciate, yeah, I read with her for a reason. She's fantastic.
oh, thank you. Thank you. Alrighty, and Lightfoot, where are you? Here you go. Thank you for your donation. And Lightfoot says, if you have time, do my guides advise how I should approach shadow work?
Okay. Whew. So it's going to be a really emotional process, and it's also going to involve you on a physical, mental, emotional you level, because I got the first house in Cancer. So prepare to cry a lot, prepare to let things go, prepare to lose some relationships. It's all for your good. Okay. Repairing things within you can change your vibration. And what that does is it drops some of the souls or people in your life that no longer vibe with that vibration, and it invites other souls and lessons in. Okay, so that's the main thing. Be very gentle with yourself. Spend time at home when you're feeling vulnerable. Turn toward more positive ways of comforting and taking care of yourself, because that's what Cancer is all about. Mother yourself is the main thing that they're saying. Okay, the reason I say that is it's going to bring up betrayals from the past. I got the Three of Winter. Betrayal is one of the things that we usually, and at least in our culture, we tend to tap down and just keep going and, doing the best that we can for those around us, especially if you are along the line of wanting to create a peaceful environment. So during the shadow work, they're saying reach out to others for comfort, for love, for understanding, so that you can kind of work through some of these heavy emotions, these heart-based anahata emotions that are going to come out, and you will go stronger from the situation. And please know that the sadness will heal in time. So you can see that there's the bear and the king and the little girl holding the icicles there, and they're comforting her and letting her know that things are going to be all right. This is where I think they're going to be working on. They're going to be working on your mental health a little bit. I got the Princess of Winter. She's very inquisitive, she's truthful, she's realistic, but she can be a little undiplomatic at times. Okay, so they're going to work on your speech. They're going to work on the way that you think a little more. And look up snow leopards, because that's really standing out in the card as well. It's information that's going to help you out greatly, but it's going to be very difficult for you to heal or process with, because when you do shadow work, you're having to pull out stuff that you've stuffed down there for a long time. And it's usually bad patterns that we have exhibited in this birth that we carried on from past births that we're now required to break and work with and dismantle and look at a very bright light. So the image that they just gave me is interesting. I used to work in when I was in college. I did some anthropology, and so we would go out to different sites, and I was really good at finding poop. So, and we would analyze it and we would look at it. And so they showed me you literally looking at poop under a microscope, and it's absolutely fascinating if you know what you're doing. But it's also your own stuff that you're going to be looking at. So just prepare for that, okay? And just it's a lot, but it's going to serve you moving forward, okay? You're going to literally look at all of the stuff from your past under a microscope. Things that can help you moving forward. I got the Hierophant. This is all about our formal, go by the book traditions that we carried into this birth, okay? If treat yourself with the best that your culture has to offer, and embrace the best parts of your culture. So instead of seeing your culture in a more negative light, like let's say you were raised, if you were like me, Southern Catholic, military, conservative, Republican family, you can look at the positive elements of that instead of harboring on the more negative ones. Like, it brought me a lot of discipline. It brought me a lot of structure. I'm able to see both sides of the equation. But the main thing they're saying is don't try to impress people with how do I say this? What are you guys saying? The Hierophant blesses more formal unions and actions. So basically, don't go too unconventional with your approach to shadow work. Try to stick to what you know, stick to the basics, and definitely draw very, very clear boundaries and roles as you go through each rung of this shadow ladder, okay? Calm down, take the high road, be wise, and be a serene teacher to yourself as you go through this. Avoid drugs, alcohol, sexual promiscuity, play it safe, act like an adult, stay on your best behavior. If you do, your friends and family will protect you and your energy as you're moving forward as you do this, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of stuff that comes out that can be very triggering, okay, when it comes to this. Then I got the Death card, okay? So you're going to be letting go of some stuff. This is not about physical death, okay? You're going to have to transform yourself to begin again, is what they're saying. So you have to put the past in the past and believe that you can live life and love again and do all these beautiful things, okay? So keep silent regarding the things that you've asked about with other people, because they're not really ready to be released yet. Don't speak about old relationships or old times with other people as they come up, because this is your process. Concentrate on what's happening now and what may be, and appreciate all the good things in your life and look toward to a new tomorrow, because the death card is all about leaving death and bad things behind. Okay. Hope never dies unless we let it die. Okay. So what is passing away served as a catalyst for transformation in your life, and karmically you were helped to open new doors that you may have otherwise overlooked with this transformation that's coming. So I know Alfred Lord Tennyson, he said, it's 'tis better to have loved and lost to have never loved at our life. And they served as a lesson for us. And some of those people we need to let go. So you're going to have to let go of some of these people because they are holding back your ascension. When it comes to your partnerships, because I did pull a card for that because I saw the thinning coming for you, Lightfoot. I did get that you need to give your relationships a chance. Those are the closest ones. So there's not too much thinning going on in that particular department. So that's good. But there will be some thinning going on in other departments of your life. When I say thinning, I mean letting go of things. I did pick one affirmation card as you go through the shadow process. And it is, I am grateful. When we are grateful for the many blessings in our life, the angels send more of them. I breathe in the appreciation of all that I have and all that I give. I am filled with thankfulness for this day, a chance to be blessed and bless. I breathe out in gratitude. This is something I'm working on. A lot of us tend to get into our own headsets of negativity after betrayal, after that Three of Swords that I pulled for you, and we can get a little lost. What they're saying is maybe write all of the things, they're saying under the next full moon, write down all of the things that you're grateful for and focus on those things and allow them to propel you toward the next phase in life. Any person or being that does not fit with that list needs to be let go of, or there needs to be a specific boundary set for that person. Okay, so shadow work's difficult. There's a lot of people that are going to fall off the wayside as you go through it, but it's worth it in the end because it's going to attract new people toward you. I hope that was helpful, Lightfoot. I'm sending you lots of love. And if you're working on I don't know where to start or where I should be doing, Marina and I both have classes and seminars and things like that. So you're welcome to email either of us and we can help you start that path.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So what I got for you is I start off with the Knight of Fire, or the Knight of Wands. And this is about confidence, passion, adventure. Look at this journey into yourself as something that you are going to benefit from. Don't be afraid to look at your shadow side, because when you do that, you're going to learn things about yourself. And ultimately, it's that's why you're doing it. You're not doing it to, or you shouldn't be doing it to punish yourself, because there's nothing to be punished for. One of the things to keep in mind when you're doing shadow work is any mistakes that you have made in the past. You can see them as mistakes with the passage of time. While you were in that particular situation, you did the best that you could with the information that you had. Now that you have different information, you would make a different decision. So I agree with Michelle. Be very gentle with yourself and not blame yourself too much for the things that happened. Take responsibility where you need to take responsibility, but you don't have to become a martyr, right? That's ultimately, I think you do end up, you're going to do this work, and this is the wheel. What was up will come down. What was down will come up, and so on. It may not be. You may not like the journey, but I hope that you can appreciate what it is that you're going through, and the reason that you are going through it is so that you can not only know yourself, but you can examine your motivation in terms of things. You can see where you can alter your perspective, your thinking, your beliefs, because you're not going to change somebody else's mind. You're not doing shadow work to change somebody else's mind. You're doing shadow work for yourself. I get this is like the Tower, except it's called transformation in this deck. And that is, you need, yeah, things need to fall by the wayside. Things need to leave so that you can rebuild, and you can rebuild with a stronger foundation. This is something that is going to take time. You'll notice there's, you know, yeah, the sands of time. Whoops, right here. Um, so yeah, it is going to take a little bit of time, but ultimately in the end, it's the Six of Air, the Six of Swords. You go from rough to calm waters. You can say, ah, okay, that's what that was. That's what I needed to do. And it's funny when you get into shadow work, you recognize, um, when you dig deep, you recognize patterns, or you begin to see patterns in your life. And you can say, that's okay. Because I do this and this and this, I'm attracting this kind of person in my life. They're no good for me. But because of this mistaken belief and whatnot. And yeah, Michelle is right. There is a course that I have offered that I will be reoffering very soon. And it's called Changing the Tape. And it's looking at the things that we tell ourselves about ourselves that are not true now, and they may not have been true in the past, but we just it's what we fall back on. Okay. Ultimately, I also get wise counselor. This would be like the temperance. This is belonging, learning, traditions. Um, you can seek out people that you can talk to. You can bounce things off of people. I do agree. Be careful, when you delve into shadow work. You don't want to be sort of accusatory. Well, you did this to me, and that's why I do. Yeah, that the purpose of shadow work is to understand yourself, not to try to find validations for things that you've done. Okay, so I did pull a couple oracle, and I got forgotten ghosts, and this is revisiting things in your past and relationships that still have some unfinished business. So this is going back, going into that energy, and it could be this is your opportunity to maybe revisit some relationships with a better understanding. And you can say, hey, you know what? I'm reaching out. I realized I made a terrible mistake. And I did this, and I apologize. It doesn't mean that the relationship picks up where it left off or any of that. You're just saying, I apologize. I realize what I did. Right. And then the last card that I got was As Above, So Below. This is like the Magician card. In the tarot. So you do have all the tools that are available to you. You're going to be very, very happy when you've done this. You're going to be able to. It's not going to take you nearly as long to look at your motivation as it does now. Now it feels overwhelming, but you'll see that as you kind of as you take down one barrier, some of the other ones are going to fall away because you've been able to see what it is that you need. So I will just very quickly. Okay. This is from the Blind Spot, and this is the sigil for impact. So I think that what is sort of motivating you at this point is you realize the impact of your decisions and how they have influenced other people and other people's decisions and how they have influenced you. And so now with a little more clarity, you're able to go back and move on from that. So that's what I get for you, Lightfoot. I hope that resonated with you. Okay.
And Lightfoot, she pulled a card that is very, very in depth. I have that deck. She turned me on to it. So if you want to get a reading on that card and whatever Marina finds, she's going to reveal that blind spot. She's going to find your shadow stuff. She did it for me. So
Yeah.
I highly recommend her for that service for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Listen, we are at 1 hour and 19 minutes. And I just want to double check. Okay. Joyful Journey, Rose Blue, Marby Gangora. Are you here with us? Rose Blue is still here. Okay. And
oh, Lightfoot, that's going to be intense.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's another good shadow work deck is the Kali Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I use that one quite a bit.
yeah.
And then I also use the Shamanic Healing Oracle as well, which is really good. So what
Yes.
was Rose Blue's question?
Okay, Rose Blue, where are we? Is oh, I gotta go. Oh my gosh. Well, Rose Blue, all right. Thank you for being here. So, Marby or Joyful Journey? If you're here, Marby is here. Perfect. Okay. Marby would like to have a general reading, please. And thank you. Okay.
Okay, Miss Marby. The first card I got was Gemini. Now, Venus is moving into Gemini tomorrow. So, yay, that's a good place to be. This is all about our communications, getting out there, networking, letting people know what's going on, showing people who you are, being a part of a community, a neighborhood. It's like the next door of apps. Okay. So, Geminis are all about communicating, and taking our thoughts, our ideas, and sharing them with others. Okay. So, that's the main thing that they have you focusing on. So, after getting Mercury, I always go to my creativity oracle because that's, yeah, he's all about creativity. So I got cooperation, curiosity, and you might be a little stuck. Okay, so the first card I got was cooperation. That's what Gemini is all about. See all of the people reading by the, they're all meeting by the riverside there and talking and planning the next year. Your goal can benefit by surrounding yourself with like-minded people. So this is a great month. This is a Gemini month coming in sidereal, it's June 15th. So this is all about getting out in your community, making connections, surrounding yourself with people who share a common goal. The second one I got was the curiosity card. And of course, there's a couple of kitties there because aren't they curious? Be spontaneous, wonder a little bit, move forward, look ahead, stretch above your present circumstances. So allow these interactions with other people in your community and your neighbors and your groups that you reach out to allow you to really stretch the way that you perceive the world into a new way of thinking and being. The reason I say that is the last card I got was stuck. This is a guy who's driving his donkey up a mountain and he got stuck in the mud. Okay. You may be stuck because you're overly attached to a method or a piece. So getting out and collaborating with others and sharing ideas and opening up that beautiful feline curiosity, I think can help you get past this stuck stage. Okay. So I asked a little bit more about what was going on in your environment. And I got the Magician. Magic's in the air. You've got a lot of skills in place. Miracles can happen. This is the as above, so below card for Marina that she mentioned earlier. So when he's upright, that is a very powerful card. This is a way to create some special magic in your life. It's so now is the time to make magic, work your will in the world, not passively wait things to happen, but to actually actively bring them down and try to manifest them. There will be a magical moment where you'll be tuned into a project or a goal that is really going to make your heart sing, which is fantastic. And you're going to feel really stimulated after experiencing this. So just have the courage to believe that you are a magical soul, okay? And that there is the infinite energy of the universe, and with the visualization of this powerful manifestation method that the magician uses, you can tap into this infinite energy and you can manifest the goals that you seek moving forward. So take a few deep breaths and try to see what you want in your mind's eye, okay? And each day to affirm your dreams, your hopes, your desires, and your wishes for love. Because whenever I get this card, it's all about our desires, our love, our goals in life coming true, because we're in a place of manifestation. Okay. So I went to my shamanic oracle to try to figure out like what you needed to focus on when it comes to receiving messages from your guides as you go through this process. And I literally got the omens card. It has a hawk on it. Now, just to let you know, birds are my omens, and I got a beautiful osprey feather the other day. I keep showing this to everyone because I love it. It was just sitting in the middle of the field, and this was right after I gave a reading to a shamanic priestess from Peru. And so I also have a huge heron feather and a bunch of other feathers that I get. So know that hawks are messengers, okay? This is a very majestic bird. It flies high and it reaches the realms of spirit. So they bring back messages from both the seen and the unseen. And so if you're in the magician mode, you're going to be getting these omens from spirit to help you direct your path, as above, so below. So drawing this card speaks of focus. It speaks of intuition. Pay attention to the coincidences in your life right now, like this hawk feather that landed for me. Okay. So how high do you want to fly? It's up to you. You have the power to manifest it. Okay. When you see a hawk, that's someone trying to get your attention. So pay attention to the serendipity in your life and be glad, for this is a reminder that you're truly living life in a flow of energy. Okay, so things will soon shift for you, is what I'm getting with this card. So that's a good message from spirit. This is feather season because we're in spring. So look for those feathers, look for those signs, look up every now and then. The other night, I literally had a snowy white owl fly over me, come back around, distract me to get my attention, and I just stood there staring at it as a bobcat walked across the bridge I was about to cross. It was the coolest thing. It was like they were working together to protect each other. And then the owl went back up in the tree after the bobcat crossed the bridge. It was the coolest thing. I suffer from insomnia, so I was out for a late night walk, and I protect myself when I'm out there, so don't worry. But it was one of those magical moments. And I went, what am I manifesting? What is going on right now?
Yes.
So pay attention to things like that, because that's spirit trying to get your attention. Okay. Oh,
Yes.
and I love that the armadillos were there 3 hours ago. That's awesome. Look those up, Rose Blue. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Marby, what I have for you in general is don't get too caught up in kind of, don't believe your own delusions. Okay, when you're sometimes you can go down a rabbit hole and you let yourself imagine things that I, not that they're not there, but you can talk to yourself into something that isn't necessarily true. So yes, some things are signs and we need to look for signs, but not everything is a sign. So don't assign too much to certain things, because you're the 10 of water, 10 of cups, everything is going really good for you. You know, things are going really well. You're you've got a lot of blessings that are coming your way. There's good things happening with family, that and so on. Concentrate on those things instead of kind of over analyzing. Maybe that's the word that I'm looking for with the 7 of cups, is don't over analyze. Okay. I also get the 4 of fire, the 4 of wands. Celebration. Things are working out. There's prosperity, there's contentment, good things that are coming in. Also get wise counselor. That's look for balance and learning, traditions. Continue on with your spiritual practice in the way that you've been doing, because it is serving you very, very well. Ace of water. Again, this is Ace of cups. You have more support than you realize you do. You know, sometimes you might look around and might think that you're doing this on your own. You're not. You have more support than you realize. Um, the the card that I pulled from the Oracle deck is the Sacred Vows. This is all about justice, everything coming out exactly the way that it should in the proper time that it should. So, you know, don't spend too much time worrying. Don't let yourself fall into that trap of stinking thinking. Okay, concentrate on the good and know that you're on the right path. You're doing what you need to be doing, and you are ultimately going to be successful. It may take a little longer than you thought that it would, but everything is going to work out. And when you're going to be looking at things in retrospect, I think that you'll be very grateful that it didn't happen when you thought it should have happened, because in retrospect you could see that it wouldn't have worked out well. So I hope that that resonates with you, Marby. And thank you. Thank you for the question. Okay. I haven't seen Joyful Journey, so we'll go to Rose Blue and Joyful Journey. If you're here, if you can just let me know. But in the meantime, Rose Blue says, message from my brother Tom, and get ready to move to help my parents in 3 to 5 months. Okay. All right.
Okay. Oh, and you're welcome, Marby. Thank you so much. And hi, Christine. Good to see you. So, oh, and yes, ES, I know about hawks. I have little dogs too. That's why I keep them on a leash. All right, so Rose Blue, the first thing I got was this experience is going to bring, this is from Bro, it's going to bring a lot of transformation. I got the Phoenix. This is literally life and death kind of stuff. Okay, it's rising from the ashes. It's a very, they're showing me the dynamics of the situation, and it's pretty intense. Okay, Rose Blue, because the 8th house is all about inheritances. It's about our emotions at the deepest level. It's very Plutonian. Okay, so that is the overall family situation that I see coming. Everyone is very much focused on your brother Tom's passing. Okay. The way to handle your parents is he's saying to be assertive, protect your boundaries. I got the 7 of Spring. This is the same as the 7 of Wands. Okay, so there might be some things that you're going to have to put in place because they're still coming from a place of grief and misunderstanding regarding the death. All right. A lot of, when I pull the 8th house, that tells me that they might be struggling with the overall transition that this has caused in the family, because when people die too young, it causes a huge upheaval emotionally for all of us. So don't back down from what you believe, and just courageously stand up for yourself as you go through this process, because you kind of need to be the adult in the room when it comes to this. They see themselves as the adult in the room, but you're the new adult in the room. So you kind of have to assert your boundaries and say that it is for their own good. One of the best things that I learned when I was in home nursing was I told a wife that was having difficulties with her husband to take his medication. I literally said to her, you need to say to this man, I am no longer your wife. I am your caretaker, and I am your power of attorney, and I'm going to do what's best for you. So you can't look at me as your lover and your helper and you're this and you're that anymore, because I've taken on a new role. And he actually understood that. So that's kind of the role I see you taking on for your parents. And you have to kind of remove your emotions from it and think a little more mentally. When you do that, I got the Star. I got that you'll be able to calm down and reestablish your connection with your body. You're going to learn about the benefits of relaxation and rejuvenation and the illumination of spiritualities. There's going to be a lot of divine grace, some spiritual harmony. It will be yours. But you got to set the boundaries. Otherwise, it's going to muck everything up. Okay. Daydream about what balance looks like in your life and try to make that happen. Take very practical actions when it comes to your parents, and your dreams will come true. The Star is all about trusting. It's about nurturing, fulfilling relationships. It's about bringing lasting joy and happiness to other people's lives, even though they don't understand what that looks like. Okay. So you are the star of the show now, and you have to use those wands to assert your boundaries and make things happen. The reason I say that is that they said that you are going through a period of growth in the shamanic oracle. You've already planted the seeds. You have everything you need to make this garden grow and make this transition with the parents successful. So yes, you're saying mom's a Sag, they're still independent, but I see problems. That's why you have to set those boundaries. And that's a fiery thing. The Seven of Wands is a fiery element. So you're going to have to be like, nope, I'm in charge. I'm the boss. Okay. And know that you are making the best decisions for them because you've already planted the seeds that have germinated and started to do that. Now, here is what they said is going to be a little bit of a challenge for you. I got death from the shamanic oracle. Death is scary. Endings, whether they are planned or a surprise, are accompanied with a sense of anxiety, of unease, and more strongly with denial and a refusal to let go of a person, a relationship, or a situation that is ending. This is what your parents are kind of dealing with right now. You're going to be dealing with it in your own way as you set boundaries. Know that endings always signify beginnings, as in a new beginning card. So even though this is the death card, see this as a new beginning, okay? Don't attach yourself to the emotions and the energy of what is ending. Just try to feel it, experience it, and then just try to let it go. Okay, feeling it and experiencing it will not allow you to put it on a shelf, and then when your life goes nuts and everything falls off the shelf, you're looking down at it. You got to deal with it. Okay, so a slight shift in your perspective is sometimes all that is needed to experience this transition with grace and ease. Okay, so detaching a little bit, taking your emotions out of it and taking the form of a leader, you will be the star. Okay, so instead of thinking, oh no, I have to start all over, shift your perspective slightly to think, yay, I get to start all over. Okay, I know that's hard. I've done it a few times. We all have. But the shift will raise your energetic vibration and it'll carry you through this time of change. I'm kind of going through this in my career right now, so I'm feeling you, honey. This card just basically signifies the ending of a really troublesome situation, and bro is he's got your back as you do this, but you're kind of stepping up as the leader in your family because you're taking responsibility for the parents. I did get an affirmation card for you to reflect upon as you go through this caretaking experience, because I actually did this for a living. It's very difficult, and the spirit's got your back. I am grounded. When life overwhelms us, it's time to get outside, touch the earth, and ground ourselves, reestablishing our essential unity with nature. I breathe in the comfort of Mother Earth. I am filled with the connection to the Earth Center. I breathe out anxiety. When I was working as an in-home nurse, I used to go out on runs. Now I walk. But it allowed me to get out in nature and just breathe in the fresh air, look at the beautiful flowers, take in nature, and just reset my mind from the day, because it's a lot. Caregiving is a lot, especially when it's people that were responsible for you and that feel superior to you because they birthed you. So you're going to have to set those boundaries and move forward, but you can do it with ease and grace, and know that you've got all the tools in your toolbox to do this. You've planted all the seeds, and your bro's got your back from the other side, and he does realize how big of a task this is. So take out time for yourself, get out in nature, practice on grounding techniques as you go through this, and I'm sending you lots of love as you go through this, Rose Blue.
Absolutely. I concur. Okay. I start off with the Four of Fire, the Four of Wands. Your brother sees what you're doing. He's very encouraging of this. He's kind of clapping for you from the other side, like, okay, you know what? This kills two birds with one stone. You couldn't ask for a better situation. Your landlord wants to sell the property. Your parents are in need of a little more hands-on attention. This is perfect. I wouldn't be surprised if your brother had something to do with the whole situation and just kind of orchestrated that this is great. I think one of the key things that you need to realize, Rose, is look at your parents not in terms of mom and dad, but look at them in terms of their given names. Okay? John and Mary. John and Mary need help. They're not infirm, they're not bedridden, they're just elderly and they can't do things as quickly as they used to. So they need a little bit of help along the way. I am here to do that. I am here to help them. Okay. Um, and yeah, mom asks how I am, and you feel guilty. Guilty about what? This is a perfect situation. Guilty about because you can say, Mom, you know what? The landlord is selling the house. I think that I'd like to come home and give you and Dad an extra hand or whatnot. That this might be the reason she's asking. This might be her way of saying we need help. Right? So while you're sitting back going, I don't know, I can't say that, she might be on the other end going, I can't ask her to give up what she's got to come here because we need a hand. So, it's time to have that conversation, right? I also got the world for you. That is, everything is coming into place. This is about celebration, about completion. This is about the family working in tandem. When you needed them, they took care of you. Now they need you, you take care of them. It's kind of it that's the way that life is. That's the way that life should be. I also get renewal, which is judgment. This is everybody needs time to reflect and self-evaluate and to start over in a different relationship so that you are there as a helper. You're not there as a servant, you're not there as a maid, you're there as a helper. I can do things for you that you might find a little difficult to do, right? So look to that and see your being there as strength, right? Um, your ability to be able to show compassion and persistence, particularly when mom needs help and refuses it. Well, of course she's going to refuse it, but she's going to be very grateful when you provide it. Okay, so you can simply explain to them that this is a mutually beneficial situation where you're now able to help them out, not because they're, like I said, they're old and they're falling apart, but because we all age, there's certain things that we can't do. So um, be the queen of earth, be the queen of pentacles. Know what you have to offer. Know that you have something to offer. Know that this is a good situation for all of you, that brother is encouraging from the other side. And I think that if you have that honest conversation with mom and say, yeah, you know what, here, the landlord wants to sell the place, and this is what I'm thinking, and whatnot. So, and you're having that conversation as two adults who can look at the relationship and work it into a beneficial one. It's not, my pride as an adult. Yeah, give that up. Give that up. How's it working for you? So, okay. I also got, again, I got Forgotten Ghosts. And this is revisiting, old relationships, unfinished business. It could be an unexpected visitor. This is going back to it. It's like the Six of Cups, going back to the nostalgia. Okay, going back to when things are good. Before each one of you are kind of dug your heels in and said, no, I'm too proud. I can't do that. I'm too proud. Don't do that. Just don't do that. I also got the spell is cast. But it's like the star in the tarot. This is a good situation that you really honestly need to explore, because it is going to work out for it is going to be beneficial for you. It is going to be beneficial for them. So let pride have the night off and have that honest conversation. Yeah. There you go. That's what I got. Oh, okay. Yeah. Earth Steward. Yeah. I wish she'd asked for help. Yes, says. Yeah, exactly. That's just it.
Yeah.
You know, they don't, parents do not ever want us to see them as being weak.
And yes, sorry, one of my guides just said, go ahead and email me. If your mother's a sidereal Virgo, I did a seminar on this, and I can send you some information on that if it relates to your healing. So it's just Michelle at astrologicaltarot.com, and I'll send you that information. So if it helps you at all, because it's losing a parent, especially when they're super independent, is difficult. So
yeah. And you're not begging. You're not begging.
That's why we got that Seven of Wands energy. It's to set those boundaries. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, totally. All righty. Well, 1 hour and 45 minutes. Thank you, all of you, for being here with us. I think we did get through to all the readings except Joyful Journey, who probably had to leave, but otherwise we did get to all of them. Thank you for those of you that donated. Very much appreciated. And Michelle, as always, will do this again in 2 weeks' time. I'm still looking forward to it. And ES, no, I'm sorry, I didn't see your question, and I don't know when it was. Yeah, I don't know when it was put on there, but
that's probably why the guy told me to just email me and I'll send you a little something on that. ES. It's not a big deal. Yeah. There
you go. All done. Thank you. All right. So everyone, have a good night. Don't forget, tomorrow is Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, and on Friday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, story in the cards. Be there. All the cool kids are going to be there. All righty. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Marina.
We'll do this again. You're welcome. Take care, everyone. See you later.
Bye.